Let's go.
Red and gold, red and gold, red and gold, red and gold. Red and gold, red and gold, red and gold, red and gold. Yeah, you know what it is. Home of the West Coast offense. Frisco to Stockton, Modesto to Fresno, we get it poppin'. Reppin' my team, when you see me, you know everything. Red and gold, red and gold, red and gold.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Red and Gold 24/7 podcast show. Your host, Ryan Taylor at JMSY 168 on the X, Matt Mann at Matt Dennis 9, and I'm yours truly, Jake. We got the Red and Gold Juicy 49er special for you tonight, guys. Let's go.
Well, it's been an interesting free agency period. We have the highs and the lows. Greenlaw left to the Broncos. Huff left to the Broncos. Aaron Banks went to the Packers. And they're on and they're on. But after a surprising cut, Mr. Juicy, Kyle Juszczyk, is back on a 2-year, $8 million contract.
Oh, twinkle toes.
Mr. Tiptoe through the 50-yard line to the end zone. The best fullback possibly in NFL history.
We'll see. We'll see.
He's a 8 or 9 time Pro Bowler. And, he's a career, 300, 400 catches, something about 2,500 yards. And, not a lot of rushing, but when you have 300, 400 catches a fullback, that's pretty dang good. Especially when you haven't been the focal point of the offense since the first year you were here. So
yeah, we give him that ball on the goal line, though.
Oh yeah,
he's getting in. He's getting in every time. Oh my gosh! I'm so glad he came back. I was mortified when they let him go.
Oh yeah, you trust me. Hey, remember at the Rams game? Remember he looked right at me when I said juice.
Yep.
I unfortunately couldn't get George's attention, but I got Juice's attention. That's good enough for me. Even though
your wife's smoking hot, bro.
even though when you want to get your favorite player's attention, that's always the best. But I digress.
He's got to be my third favorite player on the team entirely.
Who, Juice?
Yeah. Top 3.
I think he's 4th or 5 because my number 1 is Kittle, and then Fred, and then Bosa. So he's either 4 or 5.
I'm having to reevaluate my list right now because my team, the roster has changed. But he's definitely in the top 3. He would have been top 5 if we kept Debo. And Trent Williams is my number 2. And right now, Brock Purdy is my number 1.
Yeah, I think Brock is number 5 for me.
Juice, man. Anytime he gets the ball, it is just the man is he's a beast. He's just he's on a whole nother level of football. And I did not want him going to Baltimore or to Pittsburgh or anywhere. Honestly, anywhere. He just needs to retire here. I think his next 2 years is going to be it for him.
Yeah, we don't need him going back to Baltimore, which is his original home.
I think he'll retire after this next season if we don't get close. But if we get close, I think he'll stay it out for the second year. If we don't, I'm not going to say it.
Yeah.
Ryan, I'm not going to say it. I know you don't like when I say it. No jinxes. But, man, let's talk about this offseason, man. Debo's gone. I know we've mentioned it in other shows. Trent's going to be back, but we lost Jordan Mason today. I don't know what our offense is going to look like with Brandon Ayuk possibly out till week 10. Nothing's happened yet, but we just got a new wide receiver, and he may not even get to play for a few games.
Okay, well, this is how I think the season's going to start. Okay, so we know who the number one running back is, and the number one receiver, if it's not Ayuk, it's going to be Jennings.
I think Jennings is going to establish himself as a true number one this year. Unequivocally, I think he's created that ability to catch the ball when we need it the most, and he's starting to get separation and really make plays happen for us at a level that, I mean, he's starting to put the team on his shoulders. Instead, before he never had to. He wasn't on the field half the time because it was just Debo, Ayuk, or somebody else. I mean, hell, we've seen Chris Conley out there, but when as depleted as we are, he's stepped up. Ever since the Super Bowl, he's stepped up, and he's stayed stepped up. He has showed up. He got hosed out of his 1,000-yard season last year, and we all know he got hosed out of that. He got cheated out of that game and ejected when those other two players were just being butthurts, and they were getting owned on the field and pancaked, and they couldn't handle it. He should have.
And that was the last game of the season against the Cardinals. Third game.
Mm-hmm.
73 catches, 986 or 87 yards, and 7 touchdowns, I believe, were his totals last year. All career highs.
I hope Parasol really shows up this year and he grasps the rest of the offense. I know he was in the moments when he was involved. I feel like there were some plays that he was scripted and he knew, and that was when he was at his best. Like, he had a couple of really good routes up the sideline that he was able to get away and get to the end zone. And
that touchdown versus Tampa Bay.
Yeah, that one. But he looked like exactly what we were looking for. But I just like CMC, he got hurt last year, right? So he's good this year. Got it out of the way. He even got hurt twice. So started out the year on the IR, came back, cracked that knee on the ground in the ice. It's good to go. He should be good to go. He's been cleared to play in practice. He's feeling 100%. He's on the record as feeling 100%. Ready to see what he can do this year. And Guerrero, man, I really hope. I mean, he looked so good at the end of the year. He just kept having these moments of greatness at the end of the games to close things out. And I just want to see that consistency with him this year.
I think Guerrero is the perfect number 2 to CMC. And I think we have flexibility, just like with CMC, because you can flex him out. You can just throw bubble screens to him. Shoot, you could even let Juice go line up wide and let Guerrero play fullback, and just give him some fullback dives or some fullback off tackle runs, because he's got that blazing speed. I mean,
let's talk about Guerrero. Let's talk about
for a guy that's 235 pounds. He runs like he's 205.
Yeah, but put him in the backfield with Juice and put McCaffrey out wide and see what you get there. I feel like, man. I mean,
mix and match, pick your poison.
Yeah, we've got options. If I think Kyle's going to revamp his play calling this year, I think there's going to be a lot of new things that we're not used to seeing. He's going to change up his tendencies. He has to, because of the change in players. He doesn't have the weapons he had. They're not the same kinds of players. I mean, yeah, we have some of the same guys have been on the team, but they weren't in the main game plan. With Debo gone, The run blocking schemes are going to be different. He's was always able to just break tackles and get through. I mean, yeah, we got guys that are fast, but I'm really interested to see what they're going to do with the offense this year. And um, we've got to get a receiver in the draft. We've got to get another receiver. I like Patrick Taylor as a backup to those two guys too. Um, he's a good running back. He didn't get a lot of love, but I think he's pretty good. I've seen some really good, heavy downhill runs from him as opposed to like the getting outside and whatnot. That's what our offense likes to do. Uh, but in short yardage situations, he could really give these guys a breather. And I mean, I feel like in the second or third round, we got to get a wide receiver.
He's
I
a
really go ahead.
he's a decent receiver out of the backfield as well.
I've failed. Remains to be seen for me. I've not really. I must have missed that. I've seen him hit like one screen pass. Hi, Christina. The misses.
Hi,
Sis.
baby cake. Hi, baby cake.
I do believe that there's another receiver that's going to get better, and he's going to be part of the offense this year. And that is a Mr. Jacob Cowing. And I think they kind of use him as the Debo, on end arounds and wide receiver, reverses and stuff.
I like his speed and his vision. I don't like his butterfingers. He was really bad on special teams last year, and he dropped a couple of passes.
Yeah.
So did Debo, though. So I mean, last year was just kind of a bad year for us. I don't want to talk about it, but it's
Yeah.
gonna come. It's gonna come up. We got to talk
Debo,
about it.
Debo did have a lot of drops, and I mean that one in the Rams game. Like
3.
I know I'm just talking about that main one, the one that if he would have just caught it, we would have had a first down and would have still had a chance to score a touchdown to send the game into overtime.
Or yeah, and then the called back kick return. Remember that?
Yeah.
We should have beat those guys. They didn't score a single touchdown. Neither did we. We should have beat them. I wish if Ayuk was on the field, and I'll say this, I've got my questions about him. After getting hurt, I've got my opinions about how much money he's making, but the market's the market. I feel like him and Debo are equals, in my opinion. Debo has his own job, though. He doesn't. He has a different dynamic than Ayuk, and I feel like with him on the field, it would have been a different year. Even with all the other injuries, it would have been a different year.
So
Sorry.
I would say
Yeah, Matt.
the next thing we should probably talk about is I know we have to go very heavy O line D line, but we're gonna have to find some diamond in the rough, some kind of receiver or something deep in the draft, that may be a bonus.
Late round picks are our specialty. I think the best talents we seem to find are always in the late rounds. Yeah, we signed guys, but Debo wasn't. You know, I know Ayuk was an early pick, but we got to hit on a few of those. Bosa, you know, um, but Fred Warner was a late round pick. Look at that guy. We've got to find some. I think we need to hit on quite a few late round picks in this draft, and our first round pick has got to make it. Whoever we draft at number 11,
Either the big nasty from Texas,
you think?
or that other big nasty from Ohio State.
Yeah,
I
I
think
like Trey Brown, but yeah, we need a cornerback too, in my opinion. I think we need a cornerback, a linebacker, and a defensive tackle. we need to find somebody to replace Dre.
Yeah.
Like his impact level replace Dre, because that guy, I know that he's a liability. He was able to play one half of football. I'm glad we were at that game. It made a huge difference, but who knows if he's going to be able to play much longer. He might pop his Achilles again, like that. He might have another injury this year. I know he's limited, so they got some pretty good. They got some pretty good defensive players in the draft. It's a very deep defensive heavy draft this year, and I feel really good about the defense. I'm not too worried about everybody we've lost except Dre. Y'all know how important that guy is to me. We got Mustafa. I'm not too worried about Huff, but that guy's going to be hard to replace.
Yeah. Now, he is a middle, but I don't think he's quite ready to be the number 2 guy. But I think Tatum Bethune can be a decent backup for Fred and D Winters. And we don't know what we're going to get from Jalen Graham, right? We don't know what he is. Like, we don't know if is he outside or is he inside? What is he? Or did we get rid of him?
D Winters still on the team.
Winters is still on the team.
No, not D Winters. Jalen Graham.
Grant? Yeah, he's on the team.
Yeah. Okay. So right now our linebacker depth is real wonky, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, wonky's a understatement. We got like nobody, so we got Fred and we got D. And I love D Winters. He's my guy. TCU, go Frogs. But
he's still what's it called? He's still very green.
He came out of his shell this year, but this is his second year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like an impact player like that we lost in Greenlaw. Was that you, Ryan?
No, not me. What the heck was that?
Thanks for the balloons, dog. It's my birthday.
Over there? Dude, you throwing a party?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm just.
I guess we're in fun, right?
I look at what there is in the draft right now. I mean, you got Chris Paul Jr. Maybe. I mean, David Walker. Dude's from Arkansas, but he's like, I think Central Arkansas. He's a great linebacker, and I think last year, he's ranked like top 7 linebackers in the draft this year. And I mean, we're not going to have pick of the litter by the time we get to him. It's probably going to be 2nd or 3rd round if we take a linebacker, maybe 4th round. So I don't want to get my hopes up to Smile from Georgia but we gotta find some. Maybe maybe we catch somebody in a trade this year. Some team just shows up. Like, I mean, look over there in Dallas right now. There's a linebacker / edge rusher that may not have a job. Micah Parsons. Anybody? Would you take that guy?
It depends on what we're given.
I mean, I guess that's true. I mean, the money.
Plus he wants to get paid.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they. I don't know. I mean, golly, he's a hell of a talent. Just let walk, but we've done that all off season is let talent walk. So I got hope for a trade somewhere. The draft is going to be good this year. I'm really excited about the draft. We got a lot of picks, and I don't know if you guys know this, but we have stacked up, and I heard Dave Lombardi say this, 25 compensatory picks over the next 6 seasons.
Woo!
Just compensatory picks. We'll
That-
trade, let
that
guys.
I follow.
That is crazy.
If you had to pick one player from the draft in the first round, who's it going to be? Who's the guy that's going to bring it home for us?
I got 4 guys in my mind. The big nasty defensive lineman, the two big bookend tackles, and that tight end from Penn State. Those are the 4 guys for me. I mean, I know Wayne's dude is going to be gone before we pick. You know, Mason Graham, he's already gone. But the other 4 guys that are going to be available when we pick, one of those guys is going to be a Niner. You know, that the guy from Mississippi, or what, Walter Nolan. He's a defense tackle, and I've heard good things about him. You know, kind of like who did they say? I want to say it maybe a little bit smaller. Vince Wilfork, I want to say, is what they said.
I'm gonna go with a spoiler. How do you feel about Ashton Jonty, running back? CMC.
That's
Garendo's
interesting.
not a number 1. We do need to replace McCaffrey at some point.
Yes, true.
He's
true.
projected to be there. I mean, as much as I'd love like Kelvin Banks or get the edge rusher out of Georgia. What's his name? Golly.
You're like, Craig. What's his name?
Yeah.
Craig.
Where is Craig anyway, man? I need him right now. I'm like,
Dude.
what? Jalen Walker. That's his name.
I know he works late.
Okay.
I wanted to say Jalen something. We were talking about Jalen Graham, and it got me all wigged out, and I was thinking about Jalen Graham. I was like, I know it's not it. What's his last name? But, I mean, we do need a good edge rusher on the other side of Bosa. Also, Bosa's been getting hurt a lot lately. I mean, we need some depth there, too. Defensive tackle, we need somebody that can stop the run in the middle. We are getting murdered in the run game. Our tackling has been bad all last year. We get gashed. We even got gashed in the NFC Championship game against the Lions. We got gashed against the Packers. We've got to shore up the run defense and defensive tackle, a defensive end that's not just pinning their ears back and going after the quarterback. Somebody can play a complete game and get sideline to sideline. It's going to be a big deal. Really, I mean, I would love to see a cornerback personally, but I'll wait till the 2nd or 3rd round for a good corner. I could totally see them surprising us though and getting Janty.
Bang. Here's our picks, guys. Took me a while to get it going. All in order by the 49ers.
I do like that we have 2 round 3 picks.
Sorry I took so long, guys.
Oh,
Sorry.
we're not. We're
Got into it.
round 6. We're number 160 now with the Mason deal. We did switch and trade up to the 160th pick in the 6th round. The 7th round, though. Look at 252 over there.
I know I got it on there. I can find it. I gotta find it first, guys. Sorry.
What are you looking for, Ryan?
Okay. I know everybody knows about it already, but I'm gonna keep everybody updated, of course. Our expected exits was Debo Samuel went to the Commander from trade. Guy who's called Gravedigger, Javon Cargrave, got released. All right. Micah Collins got released. Malik Collins, sorry, Malik. Elijah Mitchell, Chiefs. Jalen Moore, Chiefs. Lafunga, Broncos. And, of course, Warden Greenlaw and Banks got released also. And traded, I'm sorry. So, but they don't have names on here. Names for teams. So I'm going to try to get everybody updated.
Ward went to the Colts.
Yeah,
Okay, here we go. I got more.
And
I got more.
yeah.
I got more.
Jalen Moore, let's
Sorry.
talk about that guy getting a starting job in Kansas City, man. Way to go. He wasn't starting here.
Broncos.
Nope.
Juice came back. Juice came back. Okay. Mitchell, blah, 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 blah. Mooney Ward went to the Colts. Josh Dobbs went to the Patriots. My wife was happy about that.
That dude's got some moves, man. I really like Josh.
We got the tight end from Jacksonville, Luke Farrell.
If I butcher,
No, Carolina.
Said Jacksonville.
if I butcher, Demetrius Flanagan and Fowles got released. I know I can't say his first name that well. Sorry.
Demetrius Flanagan Fowles.
Yeah.
I have more trouble with his last name than his first name, bro. Flanagan Fowles. Love him.
I'm trying to get
man.
updated on that. I got these from XOS. So.
Yeah. Don't forget Jordan Mason.
Good. Yeah, Mason just got done today.
Really gonna miss him.
He went today. Like I know, my show was definitely called RNG Juscy putting on a special. Of course, the name came from, of course, yours truly, Jake. So, I'm so very happy. I'm sure we all are happy that Juice is back. But there is one man who's actually more happier than all faithful, George Kittle.
The man, the myth.
George Kittle was ecstatic that he came back.
Hey, that's his best friend.
They took a picture of each other doing splits. I don't have a picture on here. I'm sorry, but if you go on X, I'm sure you'll find it. Go on X. You'll find it. Guarantee it. So I figured I'd bring that up for you guys and share the picks. And right now we're at 11 picks. So who knows what we're going to do with them. But I'll tell you right now, the draft, we have to hit gems at the draft, no matter what.
We got to nail it.
At least 2 or 3 or 4, maybe 5. Because we all know that they're all not going to stay. Every player is not going to stay on this team. Every year, the same thing. So, who knows who's going to get cut? Who knows who shines, breaks out? That's why we have preseason for. And now we're not having 4 games. We have 3 games now back to 3 games. So,
okay.
That way,
a
lot of football players won't get bored.
I'm thinking of a number.
What's that?
280, 300 million for Brock.
280?
280 to 300 million for Brock.
Okay, that's your way, I guess, right? And what's the guarantees?
I think 150 million of it guaranteed.
You think they're only going to give him a 5-year deal?
No, I think they're going to give him a 5-year deal with a player option, for the 6th year.
I think if they lock him up, they could lock him up for less money if they extend his contract out. I don't see any reason to look anywhere else other than injury. If they can give him a really, some guaranteed money up front and give us an out in the later years, a 6-year contract for me would be great. Because the cap's going to go up, and locking him in, even if he gets 60 million, locking him in now is going to really help us down the road with the fluctuating cap space.
Mm-hmm.
And I know they're clearing up future space right now, and that's why everybody's disappearing. We got a lot of dead money this next year. We're going to have to make these rookies pan out. But Brock's the man, guys. I think we can all agree that Brock ain't going nowhere. He played an extremely high level last year, considering what he had to deal with. I think how many of his incompletions were flat out drops would change a lot. I think his adjusted QBR this last year was 5th overall, even though his actual QBR was not 5th overall.
And a lot of those interceptions were off our guys' fingertips.
Yeah, and I want to say like 100. His QBR right now in 3 years is over 100. It's like 103, 106, and that's with the off year last year. And I don't put it on him. He did throw a few extra picks this last year, but he threw a few against Baltimore last season. You know, remember that?
Yeah,
It was ugly.
Yep.
But
that last one very costly.
It happens though, and he recovered from it. He came back, played good games later on. He didn't spike the ball on the ground and start missing short throws like Mr. Lance did. You know what I mean?
He didn't. He didn't dwell on it. He learned from it, and he grew from it.
I don't know if y'all heard Darnold giving him his props.
Yep, I did.
It's so good to hear somebody talk about how that guy prepares for the game and is about distributing the ball to his players. That's the way Tom Brady plays. That's the way Patrick Mahomes plays. I mean, yeah, Mahomes has got the legs and he can make a play happen, but we saw that without the referees on his side and offensive holding not being called, he was unable to make plays.
You can't forget one guy now that phrased him very well. Can't forget who it is. Okay? Hall of Famer. One of our ex-quarterbacks back in the 90s.
Well, yeah.
Steve Young. Steve Young. He praised the kid very well. And that's why I love Steve. Steve, I believe.
You know what I like about Steve is he doesn't always just praise, though. He's had some things that he said about Brock that have been honest and not the most desirable things you want a great to say, but he's also endorsed the kid and been like, he sees the ball, he sees the field, he plays at a level that only a few quarterbacks in the league at a time can do. He reads, he has anticipation, he puts the ball where it needs to be before the receiver is there, and that's really important.
He is not the most athletic. He doesn't have the biggest arm. He's not the fastest, but he's one of the top 3 or 4 most accurate passers in the NFL.
Yeah.
And don't forget what me and Matt talked about. Remember, Matt, we talked about the completed level and plus the accuracy of the first NFL player ever do it.
Yeah.
The rating, what do they call it? What do you call it now? I'm brain fart now. I hear I have brain farts. Not completing the other one. There's another one. Passer rating. Thank you. Passer rating. The highest in the NFL history ever. Any quarterback ever do it. Brock has the highest one in NFL history. Believe me, I saw it. That's why I believed it. The highest passer rated in NFL history.
He's also the first to win his first 6 regular season games, too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, yeah. Brock is a special kid. He is. And he will be our starter, no matter what. Matt Jones is not going to be a starter, guys, okay? Even Kyle and everybody else probably told him that he's going to be a backup. So, He's just there to back up Brock, and that's it. But that's the way it goes, you know.
I'm just glad we got him. You know, I mean, last pick in the draft, he might not even been in the league if we didn't draft him.
Mr.
If we didn't draft him, he wouldn't have been in the league. He wouldn't be in the league right now if we didn't draft him last. He wouldn't have saw the field. If he did go somewhere earlier, he would have never got. He wouldn't have played next year. He wouldn't have been undrafted. I mean, the 49ers did say that they were probably going to draft him, pick him up undrafted if they didn't draft him, but they ended up drafting him anyway. And I'm just so glad we got him. I can't speak highly enough about Brock Purdy. The dude is just, he makes good decisions and gets the job done. He figures out ways to let his team do the work. You know, when you're out on a construction site, you let the tool do the work. You're sitting there, you know, ramming on a freaking hammer drill. You're just going to burn it up and it's going to spin. You know, you let it do its job. You know, let the weight of, you know, jackhammer drive itself down. You don't just stand on the dang thing. You know, the weight of a hammer when you're driving framing nails. You're sitting there swinging your arm as hard as you can. You're just wearing yourself out. The hammer will do the job itself.
They just said Tucker. Tucker works on.
Where's he at?
So I don't know. He lives in Seattle.
I don't know where he lives.
He works for some kind of roofing company.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and it took over an hour drive for him to go back and forth to work every day.
I know that all too well, man.
I know you do. Yeah, I'm like half of you and
Wake
him.
up at 4 a.m. every day.
Now, I'll play a little small game with you guys since we're, you know, talking. I want to get it going here. Now, out of everybody that got released and traded, who are you most upset about?
Dre. I was going to be mad. I was going to be upset about Juice, but he's back.
I'm sure all faithful will agree with that. Who's the second one?
Huff.
I'm okay with Huff because of his injuries, but and we have Mustafa, but because we don't have anybody to replace him. But you know me, I love Debo.
Okay, yeah, I was upset about
trading him. Was even if we could have made him play out his contract year and let him go in free agency if we weren't going to keep him.
Now, third one. That's the last one I'm going for. Third one. Third I'm most upset about. That's it. I don't want to go too far.
Jordan Mason.
Matt?
Yeah. Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a shame about today, man. That's a shame.
All right, guys. I got to go.
All right. I was about to go for another one. All right, Matt, man.
See you later, dude.
Later.
Are you good, Jake?
I'm here, man.
You good? Okay. Who are you happy who we got rid of? I know it's not good, but still, I just want to go the other way. You get play a little game, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a good game, but
I mean,
it's a game. Something to talk about a little bit, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough one.
Sorry,
that's a tough one. You put me on the spot because I honestly wish we could have kept everybody. Is that, you know, it's easy to say. Hargrave was getting old, but you know, he really didn't have a bad. He really hasn't been bad for us. He just hasn't really stood out. That's a hard one.
I know it's a hard one. I mean, right now I only got one in mind. That's it. Just one.
The one that you're happy about.
Not happy about we got rid of him because I knew he wouldn't do nothing for us anyway. He might be our Trey Lance.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Now you know who I'm talking about now. So I say that you know who I'm talking about. Dobbs.
Yeah, Dobbs. Really?
Dobbs. Yeah. Dude, he wasn't going to do nothing with us.
We let Darnold go last year.
I know a lot of people were mad about that.
I mean, Dobbs. We do need a solid backup though. Purdy has gotten hurt. He's had somebody had to come play in for him every year.
Do you think that Dobbs would have actually made it through half the season?
I think no, but if he had played a full game.
Yeah. he would got wet. Like
we'll
wet,
get a dub.
fly.
I think he can get us a dub.
Yeah.
The dude's got talent, and he can get us through a game or two. You know, Cooper Rush ain't going to go play a half a season, full season, but he might get 3 or 4 wins over there in Dallas because he's competent, unlike some people down there. I mean,
I don't know. I just see Dobbs as a starter for some reason. And I see him.
Honestly, I'm happy. I'm happier that Charvarius Ward is gone because he was never going to play the same here. He was so miserable with what happened with his kid, and he didn't want to be in the Bay no more. And it's not a negative thing, but I'm glad that he had a chance to move, you know, change his situation and move on. He wanted to go, and he's probably going to go ball somewhere else, man. Because
I mean, I'm not mad where he went to because I like the Colts.
Yeah.
I have no problem with the Colts at all. I like the Colts because Peyton Manning used to play for the Colts. That's the reason I like them.
That would.
Yeah,
I was wanting to think of somebody like I wanted to see leave, but I think
who?
Well, I like trying to think of who my favorite free agent loss was this offseason. But
I got.
I think it's the one I'm happiest for him. I'm not happy for Debo going to Washington, even though they're going to wreck the Cowboys this year. Yeah.
And hopefully the Eagles.
I hope that as long as they sweep Dallas, I don't care what else they do. The Eagles can sweep them. I don't care. The Eagles defeated the Evil Empire in the Super Bowl. They beat the Zebras. I'm super happy about that. I wish never thought I'd ever say that. But
who are you just talking about? I'm sorry.
The Eagles.
Threw me off a little bit. No, it'd be the player.
Charvarius Ward? Oh, I was talking about Debo going to Washington.
I was thinking about something else. It wasn't that then. Okay, sorry. My bad.
What else you got? Hit me.
I'm trying to. There was something I was thinking of too. Oh yeah. you would laugh at this if you guys got released. Your favorite person got released by Moody. If Moody got released, you probably would have threw a party.
Of all the people, why would you bring this up? Why are you gonna do this to me?
I had to say that.
I don't know if they're saving him for post June 1 or what they're gonna do.
You're laughing at Coughlin.
There's no way. There's no way. I cannot
believe
he's still on this team. We have let so much talent walk, and to let a guy that literally couldn't stub his toe on the freaking couch, man, stay on our team.
Sorry, guys. I mean, to laugh in your ears.
Blame Ryan. He triggered me. He knew this was going to happen. Jake Moody is trash. That dude is already in his own head. He's not better. It wasn't his foot. He was crap the year before. He missed he missed a kick in every single playoff game that we had. And the next year he comes in. You remember that game where Dallas's kicker, I can't remember his name. It was before Brandon Aubrey. I'm trying to remember who it was. It's completely drawing a blank.
If I was still here, you would know.
But the kid missed 4 kicks in a row against, was it the Buccaneers?
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. I remember that.
That must be nice when you still win. But, dude, we would have had 10, 11 wins this year if he could just do his job half the season.
The reason why I brought that up because if Moody was one on that list,
he
would have been the first on the list.
He would have taken some nitroglycerin pills, man. You done messed me up. You're gonna let Debo go, Malik Collins, Javon Hargrave. You're gonna let Juice walk for even a day, and you're gonna keep that clown Moody. I'm sorry, I love my team, but our kicker sucks.
My wife said, "Good luck with Mac Jones." Hey. At least he would have been better than Brandon Allen.
He had one good year as a Patriot.
Yeah, he had a good year. He
One.
Did. I mean, I think it's because of Belichick. To me,
I've got my theories. Bill is not a good coach. I think that Brady ran the entire team.
That's me.
Brady ran that entire team, and Bill just ran the defense. And he was basically a DC that was emotionless and wasn't afraid to cut people, which I can respect.
That's why I said if Moody was on that list,
Dude,
he would have been the first.
He would
one
have been
cut.
gone after 2 kicks, man. They cut Vinatieri after he missed 1. Like,
oh man, Moody put a mood on everybody's mind.
Jake Moody.
Oh, one person we didn't mention was Dante Pepper.
Tabor Pepper.
Tabor, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tabor.
And then we went and got
that's one guy. I just remembered
we
it too.
went
I
and
remembered
picked
it.
up some people at the Social Security line to deep snap for us now. Tabor Pepper was he's a good player. He's been good for us the whole time. I don't know. I am gonna miss that guy. I was really sad to see him go too. But I saw something where they were trying to say that like he was also like the placeholder and it was affecting Moody's kicks or something, and I'm just like, no.
Yeah, it was his foot. Or
Yeah,
something.
no. The kid just only kicks with one side of his foot or something. He just, I don't know, got astigmatism. I don't know. Didn't crawl long enough when he was a baby.
Okay, Faithful. Here's a question for you guys and for you, Jake. And
all right, I'm not going to talk about him no more. I'm done. Go, Ryan.
No, not that. Would you be happy if, I'm not saying they will, if Niners drafted a kicker and replaced Moody?
Yes. Absolutely.
There's my answer.
He could be he even like half-assed the, excuse my French, but we're 46 minutes in, so I can cuss now. He half-assed the onside kick.
Only 50 minutes. The reason why I said that because I know it was last year's draft that we picked a Moody, right? Or one before?
No, it was the year before.
Year before? Okay. And I know all the faithful were mad about it. I'm not going to say the P word, but they're mad about it. Why the heck would you draft a kicker?
Yeah, 3rd year. This is his 3rd season.
Don't ask me why. I'm not the one who drafted him. So, as I was saying, if we drafted a kicker, would you be happy about it? Because get rid of Moody.
I'd be happy if we just went for 2 every time.
Well, we have 11 picks, so
we can let Juice punt. But he can drop kick it on the kickoff or something. I don't know.
Well, I know Mitch was counting the punter. I know he's been hurt, and they might go for a punter. They might.
Yeah, I'm really concerned about losing him. He's really good.
We lost him, right?
Yeah, he's gone.
We still have him.
Pretty sure he's gone.
Okay. So we'll be going for a punter too, probably. I won't doubt it. We'll probably get a free agent.
Wisnowski is like one of my dude. The dude's a rugby stud, man, and I know you remember that fake punt where he ran that sucker like.
Oh yeah.
Like 3/4 the length of the field.
And of course, it was called back by the penalty.
Yeah.
And guess who the penalty was on? Ding, 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 ding. Come on. Ronnie Bell.
He's gone.
He hit him on the side, and he tripped him. So it acted like it was like a block in the back for Wisconsin to run by him. And that's what got caught back. Because that penalty.
Whatever.
On Bell. And that's why I run the Bell. I'm glad he's going too. Because he probably be my first or second guy.
He had so much promise, but couldn't. He was like dipping his hands in Crisco or something.
Yeah, glass too.
I mean, he could take a hit up the middle and catch the ball, but give him an easy one and it's on the ground.
Yeah. There's a Rams game. Bring him an idea.
Yeah, don't even start on that.
He was wide open,
bro.
I mean,
he had a chance to. He had a chance to save
10 yards.
Our season with a wide open pass, wide open.
It was instead of a field goal for Moody.
He just dropped it.
If Moody would have missed that, then
bro, he would have been gone. There wouldn't have been no field goal. That dude's got jets, man. He's got the gas. He would have been gone.
Oh, so man, when he missed that ball, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, the only reason why that Kyle kept him around, All of them should know this by now. I've been saying it before. I said it. I'll say it again. He can block.
That dude also.
That's the only reason why he's around.
Kyle sees the potential that players have, even when they don't do well right away. Like D. Winters could have been an easy scratch. Kept him around another year. Kept him around. Let him develop in the background. We got enough players. Now he looks great. You know, we do have a lot of good backups that are developing really well because even though they had a bad game, they didn't just get tossed, you know. But Ronnie Bell had to go. Ronnie Bell and Moody got to go. I felt like they should have let Ronnie Bell go 2 seasons ago, in my opinion. And Jake Moody should have been when he got hurt and we picked that dude up out of Green Bay, there should have never, except he got hurt, he should have never got his job back. Well, how is it that we get some scrubs from some other team to come in for us and they don't miss a single kick at all in the games that they played? No pressure, right? It's only the rest of your career. You may, if you whiff these, you ain't playing another game in your life. And this dude gets a pass. I don't buy it, man. He's got to go. I think he's going to be maybe it's a contract situation. Maybe he's going to be gone before the season starts. Got to be. I don't care what they said. He's got to be gone. They said they didn't plan on trading Debo either, and then they changed their minds at the combine.
Okay, well, since Ronnie Bell's gone, Moody's not going yet, so I guess Moody would be your next one you want gone. If he does go. If he doesn't go, who's your next one that wanted to go?
Oh, you mean if Moody's not going?
Yeah, if anybody else on the team that you wanted to go, or just all keep them all? Anybody else have in mind that you hate so much or you don't like so much? Put you on a spot. If you can't think of anybody to say,
I got some guys we just picked up that I don't want. You know who that is.
Say that one more time. Sorry.
The mac and cheese, man. Mac Jones. I don't want him on our team.
My wife just said that. To me. Good luck with Mac Jones.
Yeah, I'm gone. Like, get rid of this guy. Well, I don't know what you're doing, picking him up. He's not gonna do anything for us.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Breezy. I knew you had high hopes for the kid, for Trey Lance, but Trey Lance was not going to fit in our offense. Sorry to say, dude. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean they tried. They gave him the same quarterback draw that they gave to Jimmy Garoppolo like 9 times in his career with us, and he got hurt right away.
They were trying to change his throwing ability.
Yeah.
He had a wind up.
Yeah. No, he also has terrible footwork. He like steps to the side before he throws. If you look, his foot comes to the side before he throws, and he like brings his feet like this instead of like this when he throws. He like does this right before he releases, and it's trash, man. And Dallas couldn't fix him. They got rid of him. He's gone. Where's he going to go?
The windup does not work for Kyle's offense. That's why Kyle went out and got Jimmy G. Because Jimmy G had a straight throw.
Well, yeah, he knew he learned from the best, man. Let's be real. He learned from the best.
Brady.
I don't care what anybody says about Tom Brady. I got my opinions of that whole as well, but you don't just win 7. You know what I mean? And
I got you.
In 20 years, the dude stayed good. The Patriots were always in the playoffs. And Jimmy was on those teams too for a few years. And he came in for them, and he looked really good when it was his time to call his number. And he came in for us. And even though he got hurt, his first full season with us, what happened?
Oh, man.
Our defense lost the lead in the Super Bowl. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. I know.
You talk about overthrowing people in the middle of the field, but let's be real. We had a lead and we lost it. That was Kyle. Should have been running the ball the rest of the game. It's just like Troy Aikman said, we should have been running it down their throats the rest of the game. We had a 10-point lead. We should have been running the dang ball. Mostert was having a heyday, and I mean, Coleman wasn't doing too bad of a job neither, and all we had to do was run the clock out. in the fourth quarter. All we had to do is run the length of the field, kick a field goal or something. It was over. Instead, they ended up
I don't think
beating the
I don't think Coleman was the same ever since he left Atlanta.
no.
Coleman, he's not a CMC. He was definitely not a Mostert. And
He got
just
hurt.
didn't have.
He got hurt. That's how
he got
how
hurt.
Mostert got his playing time and started looking real good, you know. But he looked all right for most of the season. I mean, he was a good 1-2 punch. He's definitely not a full load number one running back when he was with us. But he had a damn good game in the Super Bowl, and in the playoffs he was doing pretty well. The Green Bay game wasn't great for anybody, but I mean, we were running the ball so well in that game. Dinking it down to Kittle and running it up the middle or getting Mostert was breaking through, you know, a freaking 2-gap, man, and going yard. We had no reason to be just throwing the ball with the lead like that. And it was a mismanaged game. But y'all say what you want about Jimmy, but we weren't even close the year before we picked him up. And we were on the rebuild, hard rebuild.
After ACL, we messed up Jimmy.
Yeah, non-contact juke.
Mm-hmm. And of course, his last playing time with us was against the Miami Dolphins. Yep. And that's when, of course, Brock came in. And then Brock had the time of his career when he beat it and defeated Tom Brady in this game.
In his first start, man. That was a beautiful game.
First start. First ever start loss against a rookie quarterback in his career.
And it was handily. We beat the pants off of those
35 to
we
7.
Beat the pants off those guys. It was maybe so.
Sure,
and you know, people want to say what they want to say about him that year. I mean, it's hard to beat Tom Brady. I mean, his last season, he knew he was walking, but we beat the brakes off those guys. I don't give a dang.
How much time you got left?
I don't know.
For your freedom.
Oh.
I'm
all by myself.
Man, I'm good. I'm good for another half hour, but if you want to
go man. You know, since we're talking about favorite pickups, favorite losses, who's the one player you think that has left this year that is going to do the best wherever he goes?
That probably would have been one of my questions. So, I got to bring the list up. This list is too much for me to handle. If I had to say it,
of all the people that have left our team this year,
there's no question about it. But I hope his ACL doesn't do anything to him. Greenlaw. I hate to say it.
But go in there.
I mean, he went to the Broncos, which I don't hate. I like the Broncos. It's my brother's second favorite team. But
they're not the Chiefs.
I know. Not Chiefs, not Smeagol's, not any teams that we hate. I don't mind the Broncos. That's fine. I mean, it would be Greenlaw, and then it'd be Huff, Broncos again. And then, of course, even though he didn't do that good last year, his speed was telling it all. But I don't think he would have been here for another 2 or 3 years. Debo. Because I think it's declining. His speed was declining. I hate to say it, but it was.
I've seen him turn on the Jets a few times last year. I think he was
a few times.
He was really frustrated.
Yeah, a few times.
I think he's going to have a contract year. He's going to play really well this year, and I think Washington's going to be a pain in the ass in the postseason.
Mine is Greenlaw and Huff. Or do go to Broncos.
I think, and I love Dre, but I think he's going to get hurt again.
Oh man, don't say that.
I'm sorry.
I know,
I think that
I know he's not going to be on our team no more. But
it's the only reason I can. It's the only what it is. You know what it is? It's the only justification I can find for not keeping him around. And I think that Huff is going to have a great year. I think the Broncos defense is going to look great. I don't know about Bo Nix. I can't with him.
I think if Greenlaw gets hurt again, the same injury, I think he might retire. I think he might. I think it took a lot out.
If it's like early in the season, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Greenlaw was a great player. He was a one of a kind player. He made Warner look good. You know, now Warner
He's still young, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Dude's on his what, 5th year?
No, Warner or Greenlaw? Sorry,
Greenlaw.
Greenlaw, yeah.
He's on his he's just now playing out his rookie contract.
So he's on his 4th year right now this year, right?
Yeah.
Year. Yeah.
Okay. I think he just finished his 4th year.
I really don't know, teachers. I bet you Matt would know that. Yeah, Matt, where are you? I'm joking.
Yeah. Matt's always got all the.
That's why I call Matt our sports illustrator.
The dude is just. He pulls up stats from like 40 years ago out of nowhere.
He don't even need a freaking phone to tell him. That's what I love about Matt for you. He knows his SHIT.
Yeah.
He does. No respect to you, but still.
Stuff.
I love the hat, by the way. I love the hat.
I know you love the hat.
Come on,
I sent you one. Did you not get it?
No, you never gave me one.
I had it sent to you. I got your address.
Never got it. How long ago was this?
I text you, and Christina sent me the address, and I had it sent straight from the place.
How long ago? Do you remember?
Do you remember? It was like at the beginning of last season, dog. This last season.
I never got it, man. Believe me, I would have freaking wore it.
Man, I wish I'd have known that because
I won't retire this one. Bob put it up and just put the new one on.
I got to email them.
I never got it, man. Tell you the truth, I
have to email them, tell them it never showed up.
Ask Chris. Chris will tell you.
It's been a long time, dude. It's been like 7 months, 6.
I never got
6 months.
Believe me, I would have wore it. I would have loved that.
I told you I was sending it to you.
I said I would love that hat.
I know. I told you I was gonna send you one because I just got one made, and I said I'm sending you one right now. And
how much was it? And I'll pay for it. That way you can send it. That ain't me. That's not me.
Don't worry about it. When you get one, then you can worry about it.
Okay, sounds good. Just send me another one if you have to. I never got it. Tell you the truth, I've never got it. Send me another one, please. It'll be on the next show if I get it before next show. I'll wear it on for a show. Put this one, put it up. It's like, it look pretty, don't it? Look pretty. I never got it, man. I'm telling you the truth. I never got it.
She's saying you got it, bro.
I did? Who's here?
This one? This one? No, he's got the 2-4.
The hat.
This one.
The one he's wearing. The one he's wearing. Not the one I'm wearing.
Yeah, this one. I had one made for him.
He has the hat. I don't have it, man.
I had it biggie size too, man.
Where is it? Believe me, I would have had it up hanging somewhere.
I ordered it online. The people that made this, I just had it sent to the address. I might have typed it in wrong. I have to double check now.
Liar, you have it. I'm not a liar. I don't have it. How come I'm a liar?
I feel like you would have brought it on the show and like, this here.
Believe me, I would have worn it tonight.
I was always wondering why the heck you were never wearing it.
I'm telling you the truth. I don't have it. I'm telling you.
Well, I'm going to email them tomorrow. Maybe they'll send you another one.
All right, cool. Let me know if you do, and I'll be happy to wear it. I'll be more than thrilled. Yes. Yes, your hat, that one. This right here? This one? I'm wearing it. I know that.
I think she's saying you have this one, bro.
I swear I don't have it. I swear I don't have it.
I know you would have it, bro. You'd be wearing it right now.
Well, I'd be wearing it right now. You know I would. I will find it.
All right, who's going to be people on the roster right now? Who's stepping up the biggest this year? Next man up.
Next man up. So
next man up.
Backups.
People who got to fill in positions that are empty, that were vacated this free agency.
Definitely. Oh man. Ooh. Oh, what's his name? Not Dean Winters, the other guy. Dean Winters too. Yeah. The other guy. Bethune. I believe that's Matt's guy, and I'm sure he would shine. Bethune. If he didn't play him or not. But Dean Winters definitely. He did good last year.
I got Diamador Lenore stepping up and being the CB1.
Demo.
That guy is my dude. He's my total man crush right now as far as like a football player. You know, I really liked T.O. when he was playing. People, you know, he talked a lot of smack, but I enjoyed watching him play, and the dude is my favorite wide receiver. But Diamador Lenore puts the wood on people, dude. I don't care what anybody says about him getting, you know, trucked by people that we're not going to talk about or mention on this. They're not getting my time. But he's really good in coverage, man. He's really developed into a top tier corner. And I think this year I hope so, man. I hope it's there. I'm gonna tell them they didn't get it anyway and see what happens.
I'm gonna look around because I know for a fact if I do got it, then I'll be wearing it nowhere.
Probably in a box.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Hey,
Matt,
Matt.
right there.
What's
Bernardo
up, Matt?
Green, what's up? That's a good
No Green. Right to Rendo.
good next man up, man, right there. CB2.
Rendo, not Rendo. I thought it was Grendo.
Isaac Grendo?
G. I thought it was Grendo.
You talking about Renardo Green?
Oh, Renardo Green. I'm sorry. My bad. Wrong name.
Talking about the
name.
cornerback. CB2.
Yeah, I know.
Bro.
I know. I'm talking about the wrong guy. Sorry. My bad. Sorry. Everybody makes mistakes, you know.
I hope to God we don't need Isaac Grenda too much. I mean, he's obviously going to carry the third down loads, but you know, the extended drives, but yeah, I think that's a good one, Matt. Renardo Green's definitely going to need to step it up this year, and I hope he does too. I wasn't impressed by him last year. Everybody says he looked great. I disagred, man. I feel like
one
he
of
was
his guys.
torched.
Send them all. I can't say the word right.
Yeah, but he was good for a rookie, and I feel like he's going to be good this year as well. But I also like Trey Brown, so I'm really happy we got that.
Cool.
Dude's he can tackle. Maybe he can teach the rest of our defense to tackle. It would be great.
Yeah.
That's one thing I loved about Dre, man.
IG 1,600, or I think he said 1,600. I'm like, what? 600 yards.
600 yards this year all on the ground, or are you talking about all purpose?
Well, maybe if he said
all purpose yards 600.
That only happens if him and CMC share a load. I think that's only happens.
I don't know what it is.
What? Trey Brown nickel.
I think Trey Brown's going to be CB2, man. I think they're going to put Green in the nickel. We'll see. I think they're both great. I think they're both great. I'm really excited. It would be nice if we drafted another corner, though. Saying all these multi-wide spreads offenses we need
all purpose yards.
Okay. All right, 600 all purpose. All right, I'll give him 600 on the ground and some change, all purpose, couple of catches
all season long. Yeah, I can get to
him. Maybe like some short goal line catches.
That's gotta be a lot of goal line catches.
A couple. Well, I mean, you know, a couple, yeah. Getting down within the 5-yard line and throwing like a little, you know, throwing to him out in the flat and getting in. Or,
5 here, 5 there, 5 there.
He'll get like 2 here. Yeah. No, I said I give him 600 and some change in passes. You know, 600 on the ground and maybe
my voice cracking up.
40 yards. All-purpose yards, just passing. in general, short yardage situations. All right, and who do you think is going to get this? Who's going to? Do you think that there's going to be like a surprise cut this offseason in like after people get on the field and they start practicing, we go through the off-season rituals, preseason starts, and they just get beat out. They're gone. Like somebody who played last year.
Should we add Tanner Mordecai to the roster, or is he on practice squad?
I mean, he can't be much worse than Mac Jones.
I'm just saying because if he's on the practice or if he's on the roster, he'll get cut.
Okay.
That'll be down to Brock and Mac Jones.
Yeah, he's going to be on the roster before the preseason cuts.
If they play through the whole season together, back to back with each other, it'll be them and Tanner will be cut. That's the only way I can think of, really, off my head. I mean, I do want to see Tanner. I do. I want to see how he does. But they only played a couple of times with him in preseason last year after they drafted him. Of course, under free agent drafted. Yeah. Sorry. And restricted. 4 TDs. So he's saying that IG would be getting 4 TDs. And you're talking about 4 TDs altogether all year long?
Or passing.
Or passing? Or are you saying 4 TDs each game, which I know probably won't happen. But as I'm saying, 4 TDs, I'm like talking about all year long, each game, or... So that's going to be tough for that, though, especially with CMC. I think at the end of the season, Tanner overtakes Mac. Surprise. I like that. Okay. Boy, nobody likes Mac Jones today. Nobody likes
I got Jake Moody getting cut. Bam. Done. He's gonna start shanking them in practice, and that's gonna be it.
I can't even laugh even when I'm freaking call my brains out.
Guy's got to go, man. He can't see past his own forehead.
Altogether. 4 touchdowns altogether. Okay. 4 touchdowns altogether. 600 yards. I don't know how he's going to get 600 yards then.
On the ground.
Unless you're sharing it. Like I said, unless you're sharing away in CMC. That's the only thing I can think of. If you're sharing a yard.
Well, I think he's going to have a lot of those. He's coming in for some relief on a long drive, and he's going to break down the sideline for 30 yards and score. So I think he's going to have probably like 10, 12 touchdowns this year.
Okay, man, I got a question for you now. You said 600 yards for IG on the ground.
Dang, bro. Kittle, 1,300 yards.
Now,
calm down,
what about CMC? How many yards, all-purpose yards does CMC get all year long?
1,400.
1,400? So you're looking at 1,400 plus 600. 2,000 yards combined with 2 running backs we have.
Yeah.
I like it. I do like it. I do. Oh, yeah, I do. I like that. Kiddo is easy.
Dang, bro, that's much. That's a little bit.
Man.
That's rich. I could see it, but his role kind of diminished in the last year,
Hey, Matt,
last season.
I need love Kittle, but what about Juice? How much do you think he get? I knew that you're a big Juice fan too. Come on now.
He has a different job though.
Yeah, I know.
Juice has a different job.
He's basically a blocker anyway. Between him
240 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Oh yeah. So I know for a fact that Juice probably won't have that much anyway. 1,500, 15 TDs, 50. Okay. Who are you talking about? You talking about Kittle or Juice or what?
I know you ain't talking about Juice. Juice ain't gonna have 1,500 yards.
1,500 yards, 15 TDs, 50 catches, and 500 yards by yards.
He's gonna have 1,500 blocks, maybe.
Wow. Damn that. Juice. Juice. Okay, here we go. Juice, 15 catches, 5 TDs. Yeah, I'll go with that.
All right.
I'll go with that. I will. I'll go.
All right.
I'd definitely go with that one.
What about on the ground?
On the ground for Juice. For rushing. 15. I don't know where you got that from. All right, CMC.
Oh, CMC 1,500, 15 touchdowns and 50 catches for. Okay. So you think he's going to have a 2,000
It's
yard
always good to put
all-purpose
the name
season?
before you put the damn numbers in. That we know what you're talking about. Who you're talking about. CMC.
I thought he was. I thought his significant other done smacked him upside the head with a frying pan or something. I was like, what are you talking about? Juice 1,500 yards.
Oh, what's that record? 18? Oh man, I hope you
What?
break that record. The most rushing TDs each game. The streak. I was hoping he beat it, but he lost it against Jacksonville Jaguars. He never got a touchdown. He never got a touchdown in Jaguars that one year. He probably would have broken that year. He definitely would have broke that record. I think it's 18 touchdowns for 18 games. It's the record. And I'm looking forward to seeing that. Every time CMC scores a touchdown, I hope it's a run touchdown or a catching touchdown. Doesn't matter which one it is. Once he gets a touchdown, then he can count each game for a touchdown and see how long it goes. I hope he breaks that record. I'd like to see him break that record. So I know we've been on for over an hour and 15 minutes. What are you up, Jake?
Just want to let you know it's 17 games, dog. He didn't make he tied it. He didn't break it.
He tied it?
Mm-hmm. The almighty Google has spoken.
That bugs the crap out of me, too. I want to.
Oh, man, I'm actually about to go cook me some dinner. It was a pleasure having the red and gold juicy 49er special. I'm so happy we got KJ the Juice check back on the team. I knew he wouldn't be gone long. I was like in another world. I thought that we had transferred to another dimension and we were in the Spideyverse and he was gone and I didn't know what happened. And I was waiting. I kept thinking I was going to wake up and I did.
So, yeah. So, for all people who have been watching, I know we have about 5 people watching, including my wife. I thank you for watching. And this has been sponsored by the Red and Gold 24/7, the RNG Juscy 49 special. And we were live on YouTube, X, and Twitch. So, next time we'll be on here, just hit the like and subscribe button, and you'll get notified.
L for love.
So, thanks time, Matt. Thanks for being here, brother. Thanks for all your input and everything. You know what you do. So, we're going to be out of here. And please, we will see you later. All right, guys. We're out of here. Catch you later. Should I find the right buttons? Later on, guys. Okay.
Red and gold, red and gold.